Tame the absolute chaos of your data and truly master your observability stack with Grafana, you've landed in exactly the right spot. So let's dive into how you can find the perfect expert partner to make that happen.
First things first, let's ask the one question that probably keeps you and a lot of other engineering leaders up at night. Are you really seeing the full picture? Or are there scary blind spots in your system that you don't even know about?
Because look, if you're feeling this pain, you are so not alone. A staggering 91% of organizations are juggling more than one observability tool. And that just creates this fragmented swivel chair nightmare where you're trying to piece together the story of your own infrastructure.
And what's driving all this complexity? Well, it really boils down to one thing: cost. Over 60% of teams are turning to amazing open-source solutions like Grafana, specifically to get a handle on those spiraling monitoring bills. Now, when you get this right, oh man, the payoff is absolutely massive. Think about this. Having effective dashboards leads to 63% faster incident resolution. That's not just some number on a slide. That's real-world impact on your customers, your team's sanity, and your bottom line.
Okay, but, and this is a big but, Grafana is incredibly powerful, we all know that. But taking it from a cool little side project to an enterprise-grade, mission-critical system that everyone relies on, that is a whole different ballgame. So how do you bridge that gap?
And that, right there, brings us to our first key point: why you need an expert. This is where getting specialized guidance becomes, well, not just helpful, but absolutely essential. You need a partner who lives and breathes this stuff every single day, not just the generalist.
And this really frames the choice you have to make. Think of it as boutique versus behemoth. Now, the giant consulting firms, they're great for these huge digital transformation projects, but they often lack that laser focus and agility you need. The boutique firms, they bring deeper expertise and can respond way faster because this is their entire world.
All right, so let's meet some of these specialists. We're going to take a look at a few of the top firms in the Grafana game, and you'll see each one has its own unique flavor. First up, let's talk about InfraCloud Technologies. These folks are basically royalty in the cloud-native space. They're deeply involved with the CNCF, the foundation that stewards projects like Kubernetes.
So what makes them so special? Well, for starters, they've got that global, follow-the-sun support model. But here's the kicker: the cost impact. I'm talking about one client who is spending $40,000 a month. InfraCloud got that down to just $10,000. That is insane. And their expertise runs deep into Kubernetes, AI, you name it. And hey, don't just take my word for it. When a VP of engineering at a Fortune 500 bank says a partner transformed their setup and cut costs dramatically, you pay attention. That's some serious social proof right there. Next, we've got ProdShell. Think of them as the dynamic duo specialists. Their superpower is an intense focus on Prometheus and Grafana working together, and they help companies squeeze every last drop of performance out of that specific stack. And the result? I mean, come on. A CTO from a growing SaaS company saying you made their monitoring 10 times more efficient? For a company like that, where efficiency is everything, that is an absolute game changer. Okay, moving on to Logit. You know how you usually have your logs over here and your metrics way over there and they don't talk to each other? Logit's whole deal is bringing those two critical worlds together into one beautiful, coherent picture right inside Grafana. And you can just imagine, for an e-commerce platform, that's huge. The head of engineering there said they finally got visibility into data they simply couldn't connect before. They solved the problem that plagues so many teams. And the list just goes on, right? The ecosystem is packed with amazing talent. You've got Cognix, who are masters at building truly custom dashboards that fit your team like a glove. Then there's Mutek. They're the wizards you call when you need to make old-school tools like Zabbix play nice with Grafana. And you can't forget Supermatic. You just hear German engineering excellence, and you know you're getting something rock-solid and production-ready. Okay, so let's just put that all on the table for a second. InfraCloud for that big-time enterprise impact. ProdShell, your Prometheus masters. Logit, the great data unifier. And Mutek for those tricky integrations. So now that you know who the key players are, the real question is, how do you pick the one that's actually right for you? Because let's be real, knowing the names is one thing, but finding your perfect match, that's the hard part. So how do you actually choose the right partner for your team's specific needs? I'm going to give you a simple 3-step playbook. First, check their street cred. Are they actually contributing back to the community at places like KubeCon, or are they just using the tech? Second, ask for the receipts. Show me the case studies. Prove you can handle compliance. And third, and this one is so important, what happens after the launch party? What's the plan for day 2?
And to help you with that, let's arm you with a few absolutely critical questions to ask. This is how you cut right through the sales pitch and get to what really matters.
This is probably the most important question you can ask. Are you just selling me a few extra engineers to help out, which is staff augmentation, or are you delivering a whole strategy, a complete end-to-end solution? There is a huge difference, and you need to know what you're buying.
Next, you have to drill down on this. What is the plan for day 2? Because your beautiful new observability platform, it's not a set it and forget it kind of thing. It needs constant care and feeding, tuning, upgrades, alert optimization. Without that plan, it just slowly rots.
And finally, this is the big enterprise reality check. Can you actually show me, not just tell me, but prove it, that you can handle a complex multi-cloud world and all the compliance headaches like HIPAA or SOC 2 that come with it? This one question separates the real pros from the pretenders.
So, when you boil it all down, what are we really talking about here? Choosing the right partner isn't just about troubleshooting a tool. It's about finding a guide who can help you unlock the true potential hidden in your data. So the only question left is, are you ready to transform how you see it